Good up.
This is Channel 253. Beep, boop, boop.
On this episode of the Grit and Grain podcast.
These cops pull up, and everybody's like, oh, no. And because, we thought we were getting busted for something COVID-related or something, and no, the cops just were like, where's the beer? And let's go. And I'm like, yeah, somebody tossed one of the cops a beer, and he cracked it open. They were like, we're off the shift.
Yeah,
I
was going to say, they just clocked out.
Oh, man. And, yeah, they played cornhole and threw footballs with us out in the parking lot.
Sick.
And, like,
Game on.
Yeah.
Did you know Channel 253 is member supported? I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I hope you will show your support by going to channel253.com/membership and join. Thank you.
Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, where we explore and celebrate the craft beer industry, community, and history in Tacoma, Washington, and surrounding Pacific Northwest areas. Thank you so much for hanging out. Let's get to it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grit and Grain podcast, coming to you guys from Peaks and Pints in Tacoma. Yay! My name is Matt McLaren. I'm here as always with Ron Swarner.
Hello.
What's up, dude?
I'm ready to talk about vices today.
Okay. Just one main one.
Yeah, we'll see. Get a grip.
Get it out of your system. And Bethany, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm almost done with my beer already, which is very irresponsible because we have 30 minutes.
There's more where that came from.
That's fair. Thanks for hanging out. As always, if you guys are free on Wednesday afternoons, roll through Peaks and Pints and hang out in the side room and listen to this live. It's always a good time. Hang out and talk to our guests live and have a beer afterwards. And our guest today is one of my favorite folks in this industry, actually. And I have been lucky to know him for a while and work with him for a bit. And he's just done all kinds of stuff. We're super excited to welcome Michael from Vice Beer and Beer Nerds and all kinds of other shit.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
Thanks. Hey, I'm super stoked to be here. I'm a big fan of Matt as well, and so I've been listening to this since you got going. I've missed a few along the way, admittedly, but long-time listener, first-time sitter talker.
Well, thanks, man. It's nice of you to say. I honestly, I'm gonna gush about it in a minute, but I'm not even kidding when I say that you're for sure part of a reason why we started this, and I'll explain in a minute. But before I do that, what are you drinking right now? Or maybe Ron has to explain what you're drinking.
I'm drinking the house beer for Peaks and Pints from Bale Breaker.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's the extent of what I know of it. It tastes like a IPA.
Bingo.
Piney, citrusy.
Perfect.
Very enjoyable.
Hashtag winning.
It's got a little amber hue to it.
Perfect.
I dig it. It's great.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
You nailed it. Ron likes to make old school dank, like piney beers for his house beer every year.
Yeah.
Yeah. It hits all the right notes. Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's definitely like a modernized take on, some of those more amber colored IPAs of yesteryear, but very modernized and like super good. Dig it.
That's exactly what I like to drink.
Me too, actually.
And what else are you drinking?
The other one he put in front of me here is the beer that we named after my great-grandmother, who was born in Pilsen, Czechoslovakia, and her name is Millie. So this is our Millie 11-degree Czech Pilsner.
Nice.
Yeah.
I did not know that's where the name came from.
Story.
Actually.
Yes.
I don't know if you and I talked about that. Yeah. That's so sweet.
It's on the Untapped description.
It's in the flight today, too.
I don't read, you fucking guys.
Yeah.
Ron, what are you drinking, man?
I'm drinking the same thing. I'm drinking Millie.
Samesies.
Yeah.
Same.
Right on.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of people think
Doug
we
too.
named it because, we've got kind of like an 80s, 90s vibe.
Right.
A lot of people are like, "Oh, Millie, like Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things," and I'm like, whatever.
I would have said Millie Vanilli.
That's what I was going to
That's come up
say.
too. That's come up too. Yeah.
So it works anyway, any which way.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever. I guess
The real story's so much better.
the real story is good. Yeah, but I just roll with whatever people want to say it was for. And
Fair enough.
I'm like, I guess Millie was kind of a name in the 80s and 90s. I don't know. It's fine.
I'm also wearing my Washington Wobble shirt because in 2002, you were at the Washington Brewers Fest. 2022.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
in
2020. Thanks,
Damn,
Brian.
son.
2002, I wasn't legally able to drink yet. So,
But I was there with Brian, and the line was long, and everybody was talking about you. You were the hit of that year.
thanks. That was one of the greatest days of my life, probably, honestly. Like, Washington Brewers Fest. So, little backstory was that's where we launched our brand. Mm-hmm. Like, we weren't brewing on our own system yet. We had just been licensed and everything, and we were like, well, this is where we can at least get something out there. So we did some collaborations, namely with Trapdoor, Fortside, Stemma, and Threshold. And so we had our lineup of beers brewed by them at that thing, and then Yarrick at Threshold turned me onto this place that I could get trucker hats with our logo on it in various obnoxious colors.
I have two of those. I love them.
For $3 a piece.
Holy shit.
And so that was like our first capital investment into the brewery was
these hats?
Was $1,000 of hats. and we just gave them out to people that like said nice things about our beer. We'd just be like, oh, well, thank you.
That
Well,
must have been a lot of people.
Here, have a hat.
It was long.
And so it was really a lot of fun, and that was a good time. That was when it was like, we might be onto something. We might have something here. Mm-hmm. We might do okay.
Yeah, man. I was there like most of the. Honestly, Vancouver came out swinging pretty hard at that particular year.
Yeah.
This Fortside was up there. Like everybody really liked that. Heathen did a really good job up there.
I think Heathen was number one for total intake of tokens. They
Correct.
give you a tally at the end.
Yep.
Heathen was number one. Fortside, I think, was number 3, and we were number 4.
Yep.
And I was just like
3 Vancouver brewers.
right.
I loved that.
Sorry, number 2. I forgot who you were.
They weren't important.
Probably Rubens or something.
I almost said a way worse brewery.
Somebody's going in and looking it up. I was like, I was number 2.
Yeah, I know. You're getting some neckbeard brewer rage.
I have no idea.
So, Michael, what do these names mean to you? Drexler, Porter, Robinson, Duckworth, and Kersey.
Oh, yeah. That's the starting 5 of like the 91, 92 Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you wearing at those games?
I wasn't at those games.
Okay.
So now, so I know what you're getting at here. see, the story of Star Wars is that Anakin had to turn to the dark side.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I know. Weird segue.
No, yeah,
huh? I grew up a Sonics fan. I grew up in Centralia, Washington, and loved the Seattle Supersonics. Mm-hmm. And it was honestly, 2006, I had my heart ripped out because they moved to Oklahoma City. Mm-hmm. And I had just found employment in the Portland area. So I was moving down to Portland. Meanwhile, UW standout Brandon Roy was just drafted by the Blazers. Mr. Sonic himself, Nate McMillan, became the head coach of the Blazers. That was announced, and I was like, just taking blows. I was just taking gut punch after gut punch. And Martell Webster was also a Seattle standout, drafted out of high school and played. And I was like, I think I can make the transition. I think I love the NBA so much. I guess I'm now a Blazers fan. And so from 2008 to 2013, for 5 years, I was at most Portland Trail Blazers games in a Darth Vader costume that was painted red and had Blazers pinwheels on each side, and I was known as Darth Blazer. Yes. I was in the yeah. You didn't know about this?
I did not know this. I've known you for years
there's a
now.
Facebook page, there's a Twitter account you can go look at.
Oh my god.
And I would the Blazers, like, on many occasions they gave me tickets just to make sure I was there, which is really fun. And I was in several of the, like, opening montages when, like, you know, the players are coming out and they're announcing who's, you know, in the starting lineup, and that's me on the Jumbotron flexing in my Darth Vader outfit. Yeah. I was on they made a label of.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, so yeah, you pulled it up. Yeah, I was on a
You're on
bottle
the
of.
internet and everything.
I was on a bottle of Jones soda.
Sick.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. There was a lot of fun things that came from that. And then, yeah, right around that time, we also had our third child. And it just kind of was like, okay, this is tougher to get out of the house and, you know, 2-3 nights a week to go be
Watch
Darth Blazer and watch basketball. And, you know, it was one of the, you know, I couldn't get out of the stadium without however many selfies and
Oh, sure.
all that kind of stuff too. So I was kind of this unofficial mascot, which was a big thing for the Blazers for a time.
Totally.
They had the super fan. She was just called the dancing lady. There was Blazer Bruce, and then there was me. And we all did a commercial together for. I don't think they're up this way. I think it's a Portland franchise, Mattress World. Okay. So I'm in a Mattress World commercial.
We have mattress ranches.
Where I use the force to levitate pillows. And, yep.
Yeah, didn't know this.
All right.
But I'm so happy
Cool.
I do now.
Yeah, that's sweet. Yeah.
So you grew up in Centralia.
Yes.
Did you know Dick Young?
No. No, I didn't. And his daughter was old enough ahead of me to, she graduated the year before I came in as a freshman. So we didn't have an overlap. That said, I've got to know Julie very well since then. Julie and Dave. I do some consulting and marketing work with Dick's Brewing still to this day, and love those guys. Love those people. They just celebrated 40 years of their Dick's Northwest Sausage and Deli. It was like the original location that had a little brewery in the back. The silo is still there that Dick used. It's all disconnected because they obviously moved to a bigger facility, and right when that bigger facility got open, that's when we lost Dick, and Dave and Julie have carried on his legacy. And
They throw amazing parties there.
oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Every Friday and Saturday, they're only open Fridays and Saturday nights, and every Friday and Saturday night is absolute rager.
Yeah.
The place is packed.
That's crazy.
All the time, I'm like, you guys just add some more hours. Like, you guys could be raking it in here. What are you like? And they're just like, nah, people drink too much.
All right. I'd rather just keep it all in one or 2 days. I don't want to fuck up somebody's whole week. It's really the Lord's work.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But they just moved the, Dave met Dick and then ultimately his daughter and married her.
Right.
As a homebrew shop operator at Olympia, and they just moved the Rocky Top homebrew shop is now at Dick's Brewing.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, they're operating that out of that location now.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So you worked on their labels as part of the Zeppelin?
Yep. We redesigned a number of their labels, not all of them. It's a tough thing. There's a lot of Dick was such a force and such an awesome guy. You know, he had a lot of hands in a lot of those old bottle labels and stuff. So it's difficult to move to the next phase and do Yeah, so when they come up with new beers, we make the new labels, but the old labels for the kind of their core lineup is still stuff that Dick commissioned and he made happen.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Maybe tell folks about the Double Z Zeppelin and what it is.
Yeah, Zeppelin is a marketing agency. I started in 2010, so we're 13 years old now. I have a passion for marketing and things. It's funny you bring up Darth Blazer. Darth Blazer got me really into social media because that's how I was connecting with all these Blazers fans and everything in 2008, 2009. Twitter was new, Instagram was new, all that kind of stuff. And then I was kind of like that. Oh gosh, what's his name? The Tim Robinson show. So I think you should leave.
Yep.
He's got that thing every time. Like as I was Darth Blazer and everything. Gotta make money on this. Gotta find a way. There's gotta be a way. It's too good. I'm getting all these followers and things for Darth Blazer, and I'm just I don't have a way to monetize this into anything.
Not without
I'm just having a good time. Yeah. I'm just having a good time, and so then I figured out I've learned a lot about social media marketing and putting myself out there this way. So I started a social media marketing agency while I was working in the marketing agency of the Dick Hanna dealerships down there is what I was doing. So, 08, 09 was also the recession.
Sure.
The car industry wasn't great. My department of 20 people was down to me and this one other dude. And I was let's, I've got a lot of time on my hands. People aren't buying cars. So I started trying some things, and also was the same time I started getting into beer. And so as we started the marketing agency, the first brewery I worked for in a marketing capacity was Fearless Brewing in Estacada, Oregon.
Oh,
a little
right.
tiny brewery. Problematic individual who owned it.
Uh-oh.
They're gone now. So
Sure.
Yeah, they're gone. But
do that stuff in
he
Oregon,
didn't have
man.
a lot of friends. I learned a lot about the industry through him in very negative ways.
Oh,
And then was like,
gotta cut your teeth somewhere, man.
yep. That's where I cut my teeth and, helping them out. And then shortly thereafter, kind of our big get was started working for Pelican Brewing Company. And
Damn, son.
Yeah, we did everything for Pelican Brewing Company for 7 years. From,
That's a big jump.
2013 to 2020.
That's awesome.
And then, they cut us loose as a result of the pandemic.
I was going to say,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
weird how social media and marketing and sales are the first things that get cut.
Yep. There's a
During
lot
the
of that.
pandemic.
So we're still in kind of pandemic recovery mode, but the pandemic also brought up a lot of opportunities.
Yeah.
Sure. Turns out when everybody's staying at home scrolling their fucking phones, people who are good at social media are actually very valuable.
Yeah, and that's when we started the Beer Nerds virtual pub.
Yeah.
During that time, which long story short led to the relationship we had to open the juice box, and did that in Centralia for a year, and that led to the owners of what was Barlow's watching what we did with the juice box, and they hit us up when they were looking to sell Barlow's and do something different with that space, and now that's become Vice Beer.
Vice Beer was born.
That's
Circling back to COVID.
Yeah.
Because through your agency, you did a lot of repping for a lot of the Southwest Washington breweries. And during COVID, you were their superstar. I mean, you went out there and you came up with some pretty clever things, like the Ford side drive-through and the Heathen ice cream truck.
Yep. This is dangerous to say. I had a lot of fun through COVID. Creatives, I think, operate under pressure sometimes. It takes some pressure. I think a lot of creatives are very, myself included, who showed up 3 minutes before we were supposed to go on air here, like thrive under the pressure of deadlines and like last minute and like under the gun. It brings out something because during COVID, we did the Heathen ice cream beer truck is what we called it. And just rolling through neighborhoods, slinging beers out until the liquor control board said, "No, you can't do that anymore." You can't just.
How long did that take?
I want to say we did it 2 or 3 weeks before that happened.
Before you got caught.
And it was crazy because we would just we would put out on social media, we would name like a Vancouver neighborhood, like Hazeldale, we're coming through this Saturday. Keep an eye out. Listen for the obnoxious, loud hip-hop music rolling down the street as we roll 2 Heathen branded vans, just, A-Team style, like door open, mobile credit card swiper and 6-packs, just 4-packs. So let's go. It was a ton of fun. So then, the LCB said, you can't actually do that. You have to actually give people beer at a licensed place. So then it changed a little bit. We still did it. We kept it going.
I have a driver's license. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
Yeah, license.
And so we changed it a little bit, and we said we're gonna name a place. So we would name Northwood Public House was out in Battleground. We did it there one time. So as an example, like, hey, we're going to be at Northwood Public House at this time. We still rolled up with the vans. We still sold out of the vans, and there would just be huge lines down the parking lot because what else was there going on?
Sure.
It was the
Here's
thing.
a thing we can
town.
engage with.
Yeah, there was a thing to do. And then, then we did one at Hopworks in East Vancouver. We did it with Hopworks. So they had their van out there, and they were slinging things out of. And we had Smoke and Oak, barbecue place in Vancouver, that they have a truck. They brought out their barbecue truck, so they're slinging food. We're slinging beer. It was great. That one was crazy because then all of a sudden, like 3 cop cars pull up, and like
Shit.
Yep. Everybody's hiding their beers because people were because we were stationary, people were grabbing their beers and everything, and it turned into a tailgate. There was a cornhole tournament going on. There was
just a pop up.
There was a dance contest kind of thing going on. There was it just became this pop up and everything. And these cops pull up, and everybody's like, "Oh no." Because we thought we were getting busted for something COVID related or something, and no, the cops just were like, "Where's the beer? And let's go." And somebody tossed one of the cops a beer, and he cracked it open. They were like, "We're off the shift."
Yeah,
we were
I was gonna say they just clocked out.
Oh man! And they played cornhole and threw footballs with us out in the parking lot.
Sick.
And
Game on.
Yeah. This was obviously before everything had that we had that initial false opening in July that year.
Yep.
And then it was whoa, wait, sit outside, wear masks, do all that. Right. This was before the mask conversation had even really got going.
Yeah.
So it was just kind of we're outside, so this is okay, right? I don't know.
Yeah. Nobody said anything different. No.
Nobody told us otherwise. So we're doing what we could do to keep things moving and
that's awesome.
Keep
such a
beer
good
flowing
idea.
And the Fort Side drive-through thing too was just that's just hilarious that it went so well when it wasn't that much different than just pulling up to anywhere and buying. You could get beer to go. You could most places had you can just come in, get beer to go and leave.
Yep.
But just by setting a table out in the parking lot and putting some cones out, kegs out to be drive this way and drive around, and this is our beer drive-through. Oh, all of a sudden, whoa, wow, a beer drive-through, cool, I gotta go. And
I'm gonna go 20 minutes out of my way to go do this.
Yep. People are just going way out of their way to go do that, and cool, all right, that works, yeah.
But the fact that you knew that those things were like what people were looking for, like whether it's like connection or just like doing a different thing at that time.
I don't know if I knew. I think it just
Oh, you took a good gamble
we were
then.
throwing spaghetti at the wall.
Well, it's
all right.
what you wanted to be maybe doing too. Like, let's hang out and drink beer in a parking lot. Can we not do that? Can we-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just like
Is
find a
that
safe way to like do this thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah, certainly if
those looking
Vancouver
for
has a
ways.
COVID museum, you're going to be like half of it. Of all the things you did.
We did the backyard drink along too. That was a fun one.
What?
The backyard drink along we did in Portland actually, and it was we did 6 breweries who normally were big on live music, like big on that whole thing. They invited their favorite bands to come to. We did this with the Caputo group. They're like a consulting for like CPA and stuff like that for the beer industry, business consulting kind of things, I think. But they, we had this backyard, this really lush backyard, and we paired up 6 breweries with 6 bands and live streamed it all. Like high quality live stream too. Like the music was actually like, 12 channel mixer into the.
Nice.
He knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't just phone cam live music.
Yeah,
which
yeah.
a lot of COVID there was some of that. It was just
Round
like-
out fuzzy audio. like-
yeah. This was like 12 channel audio, really good quality. Heathen was a part of that too. They brought in a reggae band that they usually, Backwoods was a part of it. Bearlick was a part of it. I'm thinking back, I probably forget some of them, but yeah, it was that was a good time, and it was like an online beer fest.
That's cool.
So in between the bands, we interviewed the brewers and everything, and that was after. So everything was done like really very. We had protocols for everything, to do it safely. And,
Sure.
the public couldn't come to the backyard. We were in an undisclosed location, and but it was a lot of fun. It went well.
That's so cool.
It's amazing.
And just kept people talking about beer, and that's where I met. Really got to know the Bearlick guys. I didn't know them before that well, and fast forward, and now we collabed with them, and
That's so cool.
won a medal. For
I was going to
one
say
of
on
the
an
collabs.
award-winning beer. That's right.
All right.
Good flex segue.
Yeah, well,
Perfectly appropriate. Yeah. I want to talk. You mentioned Beer Nerds. We mentioned Juicebox. I want to talk a little bit about those two. We're going to take a super quick break, but we'll be right back.
Did you know that Tacoma level members of Channel 253 can use their membership to support local nonprofits and small businesses? Well, one Tacoma level member nominated Second Cycle for a read on the network. Second Cycle sells bikes, they take bike donations, they do bike repairs. Their vision is to create a world where the joy of bike riding is accessible to everybody. We've bought our bikes at Second Cycle. My wife and I, we take our bikes there when they need to be repaired. It's a great community institution. I hope you'll check them out, secondcycle.org. Thank you to the Tacoma level member to nominate this local nonprofit.
Welcome back, everybody. Quick shout out to Doug, our wonderful producer,
Hi, Doug.
who's doing just a tremendous job.
I am. Good shit.
And to Channel 253. Please go check out Channel 253 and support those guys. It's all member supported, and it's amazing, and it's not really that much money to spend on something that is so valuable to staying connected to Tacoma. So yeah, go to channels253.com/membership
Whoop, whoop.
and support those guys. Okay, we were talking about just all of the different things that you have done for beer stuff. However, you brought up Beer Nerds.
Mm-hmm.
And so, for anybody who doesn't know, there's a lot of like folks that overlap between our two groups. And we've talked about PNW Beer Lovers before, quite a bit. But yeah, Beer Nerds is kind of like the other very big sort of Washington social media beer nerd group.
It's kind of Portland based.
Is it more Portland based?
Oh yeah. It
I guess
started
it's
in
like
Vancouver.
south, yeah.
They did actually both start in Washington technically. But the way I kind of look at it is like, PNW Beer Lovers is very Puget Sound
Totally.
area. where it came out of, and we're very Portland area. But yeah, the crossovers huge, and only huger since we did the collab beer. There was just a ton of. That was just a week of just crazy membership requests, you know, or you know,
we got a
joins.
bunch too.
Yeah. It went both ways, and it's a lot of fun.
It is. You were the first, to my knowledge, Beer Nerds was the first brewery that I had ever seen do a collaboration beer with first beer social media group to do a collaboration beer with an actual brewery. Was that an idea that you got from somebody else, or had you like seen that before, or were you just like, hey, we want to do this thing together?
Yeah, that was pretty original idea. The first one we did was with Brothers Cascadia, right? Yeah, because we've done 2 with them now. But yeah, Brothers Cascadia. I want to say it was like our 5-year anniversary of Beer Nerds, something like that. That we were like, hey, what if we did this crowdsourced beer collaboration where, you know, the brewery is still has some control of where this goes to an extent.
Right.
You know, at first it's, you know, because we don't want the brewery to get stuck with a beer they can't sell. You know, because everybody in the group, you know, all of a sudden Hive Mind is like, double dry hopped brown ale.
Dude, seriously. You know what? I really miss red ales.
Yeah,
really,
you know.
because you better buy 9 kegs of this fucking thing we make.
Yeah. All of a sudden everybody's like, wants to watch the world burn.
Yeah.
So that's
totally what would happen.
Yeah. Luckily that, you know, yeah. So we work with the brewery and you know, that original one, like, Brothers Cascadia gave us like, hey, here's like 5 or 6 style categories, right? So we're talking like high level, you know, just IPA in general, lager in general, dark beer in general. Like, let's dial it down from there. Fruit beer in general, you know, and I think what won out was like IPA that first year. And we actually ended up brewing it. It ended up being, I think, the first Ridin' Nerdy. Is what the name was, which the name was also crowdsourced. The name was so like each day there's a thing you vote on, and the thing, you know, and one day was just give us all your beer names, and so the brewery got to go through all the beer names, Brothers Cascadia, and go, we like these 5, 6, 7, you know, however many, and Ridin' Nerdy won. It was won by a guy named Brian Balland. Who ended up later on starting Pack Mule. He's the guy that goes around bringing rare beers to everybody all around the state. It's pretty fun. So he was
that was him.
That was him who said who pitched Ridin' Nerdy. I'm pretty sure. I think it was.
But text you be like, what the fuck, man?
Anyway, well, he just got a plug, so he'll be fine. But yeah, that was how the first one kind of came together, and then it was, you know, what's our ABV range? What are we targeting? And when IPA got voted in, then it was like, do we want to do hazy IPA, pale ale, double? And we ended up on pale ale. Was where everybody went, you know. Which is fun. And then I think the second one we did was with Fort Side.
The ESB.
And that was, you know what? I think that was the one that Brian named, actually.
Oh, really?
Yep. He came up with Nerd Immunity. That
was
one.
Such a good.
That was him.
Such a good beer.
We were in the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
Nerd Immunity was just perfect. I mean, we made a fire ESB. That's what all the beer nerds voted on. Was the ESB.
It crushed too.
Whoa.
It was fucking great.
It was incredible, and it flew. And it's just like you know, that goes just to speak to like what some marketing and some crowd involvement can do for a beer. Just like.
Sell ESBs.
Had no problem.
Look at this fucking mountain we have to climb. Selling an ESB.
Jeff's back there. He told me just earlier today, I stopped by Sig, and he was like, Yeah, that word bitter, it got me. And it's true. Like people, what's ESB stand for? It's a bitter.
Extra special
like,
brewer.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
New
Yeah.
t-shirt, I call it.
ESBs can be tough. and all those ordinary bitters and English milds, like
I know if you're not machine house,
doesn't sound exciting, but they're great beers.
But you're right. Put good marketing behind it, and you often have a much better chance.
You should open up a boutique marketing company.
Jesus.
I might one day.
Someday.
Yeah.
I really loved that model of like crowdsourcing kind of a beer recipe, but obviously still like, leaving the control in the brewer's hands. And I thought the way that we did it, I guess for people listening who didn't know this, when we did the admin delete if not allowed, that was, if you guys have listened, you've heard us talk about Mac before. It was a collaboration that he wanted to do for a long time with Michael specifically and his group. And
Mac named that beer.
Yeah.
Like he knew what he wanted the name to be, and he was like, beer nerds and P&W beer lovers need to do admin delete if not okay.
Yep.
And I was like, that's hilarious. And we need to make that happen. But
that was in our little like admin chat in that group. It was a fucking daily thing, like him deleting stupid, goofy meme posts or whatever, or like promoting your like neon lights business on the fucking group. And it's like admin delete if not okay. After Mac passed away, we put that collab together, and then each group went back and forth and voted for those different aspects of the actual beer. So ABV range, the style, and then we actually even went down as far as like voting on some of the hops that were prominent in the beers. Which was so much fucking fun. And there was like, there's some like hardcore kind of traditional brewers who didn't agree with that kind of thing. But like at the end of the day, we brought thousands of people together, like literally thousands of votes went into getting this beer made. And it turned out fucking awesome. It was so
amazing.
Good.
The brew day was super fun.
Yeah,
I mean, even Dwayne from Bridge and Tunnel
came over,
shut the shop down and showed up. Like amazing. Like just
shout out
such
to
cool,
Dwayne, man.
Yeah.
Dwayne's
cool day.
Ron's doppelganger.
Special day.
He's an awesome gentleman.
He's great.
Yeah.
No, it was like, if you're doing a beer thing and it brings a bunch of people together and like they all support these small breweries, doing this thing for this person who brought beer people together, then that is exactly how beer should be made. Like it was awesome. Yeah, and
that was with Sig.
That was with Sig.
Yep,
Yeah.
That collab with Sig. Jeff's here. Jeff's back here.
I fucking was over in Spokane and found a can of it on the shelf, like probably close to what would have been an IPA's expiration date, and it was still drinking fucking lovely. It was probably like 90-ish days.
Yeah.
At that point,
Now,
it was
somebody checked into it on Untapped last week and gave it 4.5 caps.
I was like, it's holding up.
Whatever. What do I know?
It's holding up.
Yeah, holding up, I guess. For that person's palate. No?
Yeah,
Right.
Well, speaking of creative fucking beer things, by the way, we didn't talk about what we were drinking, and I meant to do that. What are we drinking real quick, Ron?
The Freem Bourbon Barrel Aged Barley Wine.
Yeah. Cheers to Sean.
Yeah, cheers to Sean.
I mentioned before that you were legitimately a part of the inspiration for this podcast, and I'll explain that to you.
Please.
So we talked about Juicebox a little bit, and when you were running the beer program at Juicebox, you had, a lot of ways of like making sure, because Centralia is tough, man. Like there's not a ton of places that really focused on craft beer the way that you guys were trying to. And like, how the fuck am I going to get people engaged with this industry and get them to order Pilsner off of my fucking side pull faucet, my Lucre handle?
Yes.
And so for people who haven't been there, it's a very beautiful tap room, and it's in an old Elks temple, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And so you have this big kind of open sort of like banquet / like dance floor area, and you have an actual stage. And when Michael would do Brewers Nights or bingo nights there, he would bring the beer folks up on stage and just sit there and bullshit with them about like beer stuff, industry stuff, sports, whatever it was. But
kind of set it up like a late night talk show.
For sure.
We both they would be on the couch.
Yep.
I would be in the chair. I'd be rolling bingo numbers and,
Yeah.
B12.
And
069. That one. Nice.
But
every time.
But yeah, and so you had and fucking nobody would ever leave. Everybody would stay the entire time for this 2.5 hour bingo thing. And I've done countless events, and it's so rare to get people so tied in to whatever's going on that they hang out the entire time and buy beer the entire time. And I was like, it just reminded me of when we're sitting at a bar bullshitting about industry stuff or beer nerd stuff. A lot of times there are people who are just kind of listening in or chiming in themselves, even if they're not really a part of this. And you were taking advantage of the fact that there's a lot of people who don't feel super connected to the behind the curtain stuff that happens in the industry, and you were putting it on stage for everybody to really engage with. And I was like, this is so smart. And there's no
that was the goal. Is we were how do we get people engaged in beer?
Yeah,
it is a very dive bar town. Cocktails and pilsners, and macro beer, and we just wanted to find a way to how do we connect people. The beer bingo idea I semi stole from Thirsty Sasquatch and Ben Davenport when he was running the program there. He did beer bingo, and I liked his format and everything. I just kind of twisted it a little bit by giving the other person who was hosting with me a microphone. Yeah, and just throughout the bingo calling, we just talk about other stuff too, so that the bingo wasn't just somebody calling numbers and sitting there. And
I loved it.
It was a lot of fun, and a lot of breweries came through. I was shocked. I mean, huge thanks to everyone who came through during that time, because we're in Centralia, which is close to nothing. It's the center of everything, but close to nothing.
Yeah. You're 40 minutes from every,
Yeah. So, but we still had, even the one that blew my mind was when Anderson Valley Brewing Company flew up. And obviously so cool. It was a part of other things they were doing. They had some other business in Portland and Seattle and everything, but we were on their list that they had to do this bingo night. And I was just yes, I can't believe you're awesome. Actually here for beer bingo from California.
That's so cool.
Yeah. This is nuts. Yeah, that was crazy.
I thought it was great. And it was a proof of concept of this thing that we had kind of thrown around before. And it was people maybe people do want to listen to us talk about this shit for an hour.
Yeah.
So thank you to everybody who does.
Yeah.
So Matt, that's where it came from.
It was a couple of things, but I would not have had the confidence to present this idea to Sean and Ron if it wasn't for just seeing Michael have success with a version of this.
Yeah,
you know
legit.
what?
That's so cool.
Vice Beer is doing beer bingo at the Juice Box November 20th.
Nice.
I'll be there.
We're going up. We're going up for it. It's it blew my mind because that became such a thing on Monday nights. We did it on Monday nights.
Yeah, and it's a big building and it's packed, man.
Yeah, I mean, a bad night would be we only have 60 bingo players tonight.
That's insane.
It would usually be somewhere between 80 and 120 people show up for bingo. And some nights it was just packed. We'd have to take a 20-minute break just for everybody to go get a beer and just get through the line to get a beer in 20 minutes for 100 people. It was a lot of fun. So I'm excited to go do that. Centralia is still my hometown,
totally,
and we still got a lot of love for the Juice Box, and I'm really excited to do that. They're gonna have 5 beers on tap there, including some new stuff, and. We're going to be slinging some T-shirts and hats. And
sweet.
Nice. I might have talked them into doing 8 rounds of bingo instead of our usual 6. I hope so. I haven't talked to the boss about that, but talked to the beer buyer there, Josh. And I was like, let's go crazy.
So you started it there, and they've continued it.
Yeah, we were partners in the Juice Box when it started, and then the opportunity of Vice Beer came up, which was close to home. It was an interesting thing. We it was part of my. Just for a decade, I was just like, man, Centralia, Chehalis, like, we need a real beer spot. Like, I'd go up there to visit my folks all the time, and there wasn't a lot. You know, there's a few tap houses and things there now that are getting some craft beer, but
there's a couple places before who were really trying to like kind of dive in a little bit to
yeah.
Jordan at Tiki would bring in some cool stuff every now and then, but it's also tough.
Tiki Tap House still has a great tap
Totally.
list.
It's also tough when your consumer group in the area just isn't really digging into that stuff. So you kind of need like a real dedicated place to like
you really got to develop
everybody.
that community.
Yeah.
You know, and I'd seen that happen in Vancouver because Vancouver, you know, a decade ago was not where Portland was. Portland was like everybody went to Portland for beer.
Yep.
And then I saw places like Ben's Bottle Shop and Final Draft like develop the community. And I saw how they brought them the beer and taught them about the beer and engaged them on the beer, brought the brewers in to talk about it, and like, oh, now we're all into this, you know, is like, well, that's what Centralia needs. So that's what we went at. And having gone to high school there and had friends in the area and everything, we really thought like, oh, this is like a coming home thing. Like, we're gonna see all of our old friends are just all gonna come out, and it's just gonna be great. It's just gonna go great. And you know, they grew up, they got families, they got other things going on, and we didn't see as much of that. And it was a really big nerve-wracking thing to like put our eggs in the Weiss beer basket instead and go, well, let's go back to Vancouver and do this. The day we opened Weiss Beer, it was 102 degrees outside, and the line went out the door and down the street. People were sweating it out and just showing up for us.
For some kick-ass beer.
It was, I like get, my eyes get wet with respect for it when I think about like we just had this realization, my wife and I, like that night, we were just like, this is home now.
Yeah.
Like we thought going to Centralia and doing that was home and a homecoming, and it was like, nope, this is where our support system is. This is where our people are. And, and of course, everyone's come out and really supported Weiss in a great way.
Shout out separately to Bria as well, because she's a fucking animal.
My wife
in this
is
industry.
amazing.
She is, she might be one of the busiest fucking people besides you that I know of in this industry.
You also have 4
She's
kids.
incredible. We have 4 kids.
How do you do it?
We just do. I don't know.
She like full-time manages the tap room and then like still does everything else. Like
she's incredible.
And you guys started
incredible.
the North Bank Beer Week, and you started the Vancouver Brewery Passport. And,
Yep.
I mean,
We started
you've done it all.
Vancouver, the brewery passport. That was great for a while brewery passports were like a thing for a minute there. And we still do a passport program in February for Stout Month. We do Beyond the Darkness. We partner up with Final Draft on that. And it's just a dark beer. Go to all the breweries, go to all the tap rooms, drink all the dark beer, get all the stamps, and you get like entries for how many stamps you get into the prize pool. And the prize pool's huge every year. Like all the breweries go all out, and we're giving away just like Lewitt Brewing skate decks and like, you know, and just backwoods brewing sweatshirts and hoodies and flannels, and just everybody goes all out on the prizes, which is really cool and makes it just a lot of fun. So and it's fun because we can actually total up like all the check-ins, like all of the brewery stamps, and at the end of it all, we're just like, whoa, like we can kind of equate it to like a dollar amount, even, you know, or like, man, if these represent like $15 to $20 a piece, like we just had like a $80,000 impact on
the
Southwest
industry.
Washington beer. Like people went out and did this thing, and there's people that go crazy with it, and they're just like, they have to get that like 30th check-in. It runs 10 days, so like they're going to 3 spots a day.
It's insane.
Like, I'm like, man, dang, okay.
Just champion behavior.
That's not trying to promote alcoholism or get somebody, but
it's only 10 days.
But dang.
That's what I practiced for all year.
Yeah, totally.
People get really into it. So,
made it all the way through dry January.
That's a lot of fun. And we just did our 8th North Bank Beer Week. and North Bank Beer Weeks.
Amazing.
A ton of fun. The whole thing with North Bank Beer Week, like it started out to really promote North Bank beer.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of under the radar. Last Friday, we went to Washington Beer Awards, and North Bank Beer won 28 medals.
Fucking insane.
I don't think we're under the radar so much
No.
anymore.
No.
I hope
Yeah.
not.
Now you're a model.
We're looking at
Yeah.
you, Bellingham. We're coming for you.
Dude, that's fucking That's not even like as much fighting words as it sounds like. Like you guys are legit.
Yeah, I love Bellingham, but yeah, it is kind of a thing. Like we are in that weird place where, for Washington beer things, we're not Seattle, we're not in the Puget Sound, so we feel overlooked a lot from Washington beer things that happen. And then we're also not Portland. Like Portland makes the state line, and so like we're not invited to those things, and so
You're just like, fuck you guys, we'll do our own thing.
there's a little bit of that.
Sure.
There's a little brother
Well, you're doing it
mentality
really well.
that we're just like, you know what? Like we're making really good beer over here, and I'm proud of the whole region and so many rad breweries that. One of the neat things about North Bank beer is so many of those breweries, like very different than Portland. Like Portland now, a brewer will leave such and such brewery, gets all this investment capital, and open up this really cool place and everything. And that's great. That's awesome. So many of our breweries are so homegrown. They're so literally like garage to what you see now is literally it. Like Lewitt, Heathen. Brothers Cascadia, like these guys didn't start with this bunch of capital and years of industry experience and medal winning, brewers at the helm. They started with, hey, let's start a brewery.
Yeah, they were all garage banding it for years
It's
at times.
very, very punk rock.
Yeah.
And I love that about it. And it continues.
It's a very charming point of pride, actually.
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Barley wine.
It's awesome.
Barley wine reminds me.
That is, we've talked about all the things you've done so well. I think it's time to balance that out and talk about something you've fucked up on.
Yeah.
All right, illustrious grit and grain guests. Now it's time to throw down on some fuck-up stories. I am Sean Jackson. Challenge flag has been set. Bar is high. Bring it on, fuckers.
One of the more embarrassing things for me, anyhow, that like gets out there publicly, we made a label for Fortside one time. They did what was it? It was like a cherry added dark lager. It was it was a Doppelbock because the name of it was Baby Come Bach.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we did that label, which was whatever that band was that sang "Baby Come Back."
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever band that was.
Air
and
Supply or something like that?
something. I can't remember.
Don't know.
Did you say beer supply?
But we took it was Mike DeFabio, Alex, Paul Thurston, their head brewer, and Mark, their other co-owner, and we put their faces over that band's record label, and it was like silly and fun and everything. And Mike told me he wanted on there that it was a dark, luscious lager. And so we put dark, luscious lager across the bottom, except we didn't. We spelled luscious Lucius. Like the name Lucius, and it got by everybody.
No
one saw it until like it had been out for a week, and then somebody was like, Yeah, somebody came in and asked us what Dark Lucius Lager means, and I was like,
Time to make up a new beer thing.
"Ooh, ouch!" Yeah, oops, sorry about that.
Lucius is a small region in Slovenia,
Yeah,
and this lager was made
Yeah.
with malt from there.
Oh, you know what? There was
Deep forest.
there was another one in the same vein. The first year that Trapdoor bottled Interiority, we did that label in bottles.
What a beer that fucking was.
And it was a 16.5% beer, something like that.
Yeah.
16 point something ish beer. For whatever reason, we all missed it, and it went out and was in bottles as a 26.5% beer. We all missed
Fucking Utopia's clone. Yeah, dude.
it. Yeah, nobody caught
I
it.
guess
till
better
it
than
was,
6.5.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
yeah. No, got out there with a 2 on it. And I'm like, well,
All right, Grit and Grainers. Email us at cheers@gritgrainpodcast.com with your comments, opinions, and potential flavors for the next heathen ice cream truck, such as Mr. Safi Transgression, Mega Dank and Jerry, Reindeer Tears and Cookies, My Milk Stout brings all the boys to the ice cream truck, Ice Cream, You Scream, We All Scream for Cream, Ale, and then the sprinkles on the list, Choco Taco Sabro Fresh Hop. We read and drink everything we receive, and we try to respond as quickly as we can, if not online, then on air. You can subscribe to Grit and Grain on Amazon, Apple Music, Spotify, Google Play, iHeartRadio, and Stitcher, and please leave us a review. Also, check us out on Channel 253 and gritandgrainpodcast.com.
we actually are doing our next collab is the reciprocal collab. Last winter, we did the Wet Bandits Winter Warmer with Heathen. We're doing the Sticky Bandits. It's going to be a sticky IPA with Heathen.
Nice.
We brew that a week from today.
Fire up the truck.
Yeah.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for episode notes, beer news, and photos of Michael's Zeppelin agency brainstorming ideas violently violating a Les Paul with a shredded violin bow, swaggering in skin-tight bell-bottoms and full-length furs and platform boots and exotic Middle Eastern musical motifs and Aleister Crowley and Norse mythology and references to Valhalla and Thor and mud sharks and the Lord of the Rings. Does anybody remember laughter? If this podcast is not what we expected, please alter expectations or play it backwards. Was Darth Blazer a product of a super Sith who influenced the midi-chlorians to create him? Or was he created by the Force through the midi-chlorians? Or was he simply created by the midi-chlorians to bring forth 3-pointers plus hot, crazy-ass giant donuts and Jeff Goldblum's quirky shops to keep the Portlandia weird? No such thing as no such thing as a bad time to visit Tacoma?
Nope.
Right.
No such thing as too much barley wine? Woo! Tune in next Friday for more sweet chatter. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Some of your finest work, Ron.
Thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to follow us at Grit and Grain Podcast wherever you get your social media and catch new episodes every Friday. Cheers.
Good up.
Channel 253 is a member-supported podcast network. I'm producer Doug Mackey, and I'm asking you to become a member and show your support. Go to channel253.com/membership to join. Thank you. Grit and Grain is part of the Channel 253 podcast network. Check out our other shows: Nerd Farmer, Interchangeable White Ladies, Move to Tacoma, Crossing Division, Citizen Tacoma, What Say You, We Are Tacoma, Flounders B Team, and Taco Man.
This is Channel 253.